press it. Go. Hello, welcome everyone. Good morning, America. Good afternoon. Well, good afternoon, some parts of Western Europe, or maybe Iceland. Good evening, most of Europe, Asia, and I believe entire world is watching us now. My name is Jacek Spendel. I am Director of Project Arizona. I am also President of Liberty International and CEO of Freedom Entrepreneurship Foundation. But for today's event is the most important. I'm Director of Project Arizona because today's event is dedicated for Project Arizona. I am delighted to speak to fantastic 4 young, energetic people today. I'll start with ladies. We have Estefania Sandoval from Ecuador. We have Katia Shapovalenko from Ukraine. We have Tomasz Bethke from Poland and Klaus from Brazil. And they are most important people today. But the entire idea of today's show is obviously to communicate with the audience. And I want to welcome our dear audience. I know you're watching us in different social medias, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and who knows where else, maybe LinkedIn. And today we will be talking about coming Project Arizona, but also most importantly, how Project Arizona changed lives, because in the end, this is all about your lives and how it can be changed, how it can be better, how it can be more influential, and how liberty can win ultimately. So, but let's start with introductions. I would like you to know who we will be talking to today. I already told you my name and what I'm doing. I'm actually from Poland, and I live in southwestern part of Poland. And I'm mostly working on libertarian free market projects. But I love Project Arizona the most. It's my favorite function that I have currently, and most rewarding for me is to learn how wonderful successes our alumni are having. So now let's talk to them. Estefania, short introduction, please.
Hi, thank you. Hi, my name is Estefania Sandoval. I am 26 years old, and I was part of Project Arizona in 2020. I believe that the world can be only changed by 2 ways, and one is money, and the other one is people, and we are the people. I believe that education is clearly one of the most important things to be spread all over the world, and something that can never be taken away from anybody. And in between all of the things that we can pick on to work on, I think that Project Arizona is for young people a life-changing experience, especially because of the people you meet through it. And for the freedom fighters or people who believe in free market, it's wonderful to be able to share this kind of, values with a new community and to keep working towards our goal, which is to have a more respectful, free world. I also have worked in think tanks. I am part of Libre Razón, and I have been working with one of the main partners of Project Arizona, thanks to them. And now I'm also collaborating in Project Arizona.
I'm afraid Estefania is no more. Okay. Okay, it's probably my connection.
Yeah, everything's fine on my side. So.
I want to thank Estefania. Katia, tell us a bit about yourself. You come from a country that is in war with aggressor and very bravery defending its borders, and you play a role in all of this. Tell us a bit more.
Hi everyone, I'm Kate from Ukraine, and I've been with Project Arizona in 2020, but also this year. I have a great story to share, and I think I will be sharing during this meeting today. But overall, I'm really grateful to the project for amazing people I met. And I think it's a great deal of networking, amazing networking, where I could meet so many great people all around the world that helped me to work and contribute to Ukrainian development, even right now, during these critical times. So I think Project Horizon is really amazing project to join with. Yeah.
Thank you, Katia. Tomek from Poland.
Okay, so I'm Tomasz. I'm from Poland, and I'm alumnus of this year Project Arizona 2022. If I had to tell something about myself, is that I love to learn. I'm buying more books than I'm able to read, and I'm signing up for more online courses than I'm actually able to attend. And I believe that well-known image and respect is the best currency you can use in the world. And this kind of currency can be sometimes even more precious than the ordinary money. So I'm trying to get as much good contacts, relationship experiences as I can, just to make the world better for myself and for people around me. So this is thing that motivates me and making me work even harder for idea of personal liberty. Thank you.
Thanks, Tomek. He organized actually an event very recently with Craig Beadle in Poland. So we see this dynamism from Project Arizona bearing fruits very quickly. And Klaus, are you already in Brazil or are you in the US?
I'm back in Brazil. So I'm Klaus. I'm 24 years old. I'm a law student and also a master's student in the Masters of Development and Society. I am also a local coordinator of Students for Liberty. And while I was in Project Arizona, I had the chance to extern in the Supreme Court of Arizona. So I had a really good experience, and I'm excited to share with you all today some of those things that I learned and let you know how the Project Arizona experience has helped me to, develop my career and think better of things that I'm wanting to do for the future. Very exciting to be here today. Thank you so much for having me over, and I'm looking forward very much to be sharing these things. I know that in a couple minutes we'll be sharing some of our pictures and some of the experiences we had over Project Arizona. We had a great experience, and Project Arizona in our edition was a 3-month-long Project Arizona. I know that we are transitioning into a new format right now that will be only 5 weeks long. So I'm sure that we'll focus even more on those very important things. And I'm always excited to share some of that with you guys. Very much looking forward to that, and encourage you all to apply. Oh, Estefania, just letting you know your mic is closed.
Thank you. Now I can talk. Okay. So I think one of the best things from Project Arizona is definitely the people that you meet. I mean, you become family, and it's so good to meet so many different cultures and to live together, to appreciate what others consider value. And somebody said that, to read will take you to places you have never been and teach you so many things, but definitely to live with all of this, people from all over the world with different cultures, different religions, different manners too. I mean, it doesn't mean we're trying, to hurt or anybody, but it's always a good way to learn and how to be tolerant, because it's hard to see, the grass always looks greener in the other side. And sometimes we're just not able to see that it's a completely different environment that we have been used to. Right now, we're going to have the new project. And the best part is that it's going to be taking place on this year. We're going to have 2 projects this year, and it's going to take place at the end of October. It's going to be a 4-week project, and Jacek and we're a team of a lot of people have been working very hard right now in order to make this and put this in order together. So this new project will have a lot of education, which is one of the best things of it. We're going to have huge programs. We're going to have the best teachers. We're going to have a lot of knowledge of how the United States Constitution, and in this particular case, the Arizona Constitution, works and shapes all of our the way we live. At the end of the day, these small values will be incorporated in our lives, and we're going to be a complete, projection of what we have learned and the way we live, which is one of the best parts. The new project right now, it's also going to have a couple of professors. We have courses, we have political science, we have economies of free market. And as the last project, the knowledge and the way we learn with like super influential people in our area, it's one of the best things that we can take from it. I wonder if like one of you guys remembers one of the best experiences through learning, or a particular class, or something that really like was like an aha moment, like an illumination moment, let's say.
Well, I could share something real quick. As a law student, we had the chance to take classes at the Supreme Court of Arizona, and I know that that's something that is going to happen during the next Project Arizona. So other than externing there, also I took classes along with Project Arizona there too, and those were very nice. As somebody who's studying law in general, and really for anybody, it's so interesting to understand how the system works in the States. So the whole idea of jurisprudence and how cases decided in the past end up having a huge influence in the future, that's always something that is very interesting. And just to understand how that history goes and how what the U.S. Supreme Court decides, how much it plays a role in the whole world, that's just very, very exciting and cool to understand and to know. So that was something that really was a highlight for me personally.
Yeah, I can add from my side. I've been mostly excited with the amazing networking opportunities Project Arizona provides to all people. Besides classes, very intense classes we had during the entire period, we had lots of meetings with interesting people who achieved a lot during their career, and we tried to ask some questions about what were the particular interesting moments in their life, or what kind of recommendations they would love to give to other people, especially to young people at the early stage of their careers. So I think it was really beneficial for me personally, and many people were trying to help with that a lot. And yeah.
Thomas, something that was like an aha moment.
I wanted to say something about my experiences with projects. So I like Klaus. Like Klaus, I had my internship in the law company. Klaus had actually in Supreme Court, but we've been operating a very similar field, which is American law. And I can confirm that Project Arizona, one of the opportunities that Project Arizona provides is to learn how the law system works in the United States, in particular the common law system. Another thing is that there are lots of networking opportunities, like Kate mentioned. There are lots of possibilities to meet interesting people who achieved success on very various fields, academical fields, business fields, social fields, law fields, and so on. And it's not like everybody of you has to meet exactly the same people or to make contacts with exactly the same group. It's up to you. It's up to your experience. It's up to your preferences. And I think that everybody, no matter how your interests are, you can find somebody that will teach you, inspire you, and will make a great relationship that will make an impact on your life even after going back from Arizona. On my personal experience, I had a very big pleasure to meet people from Prometheus Foundation during Objectivist seminar in California. And like Jacek mentioned before, a few days ago, I was able to make a meeting and lecture of Craig Biddle, who's the CEO of Prometheus Foundation and the chief redactor of Objective Standard. And when project ended, I said that's not the end, that's just the beginning, and lots of very good and very big things are just going to start. And I compared at the very end Project Arizona to hockey stick chart. Like you've got these charts with general economical progress, and you can see in 19th century this skyrocket. It's like after ending Project Arizona, your contacts, your experience, your feelings are exactly like this hockey stick chart. It was growing up, growing, and after Arizona, it skyrockets. So the only thing I can tell you is that sign up for course, get there to Arizona, use your time the best you can, and I think you will not regret it. And I think that's it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And I want to apologize. I had the connection trouble, but I'm back. And I know you talked about your experience in Project Arizona. And since it was not that long time ago, I'm sure you have still fresh memories about this. I wanted to tell a bit more about application process for this year's Project Arizona. We changed it. It's a bit different Project Arizona, as you can notice. First of all, it's happening in the fall, not in winter. We will start around October 20th and conclude by the end of November. So it's going to be over 5 weeks. Shorter, but not worse, actually. It's going to be very exciting Project Arizona, more focused on education than ever. And since education is super important pillar for us, because we believe a freedom-oriented leader needs to understand economics, needs to understand, United States. Basically, that's where the project is, and its history, its politics. A freedom-oriented leader needs to have skills. That's why we'll be also focusing on skills, on abilities, how to be better communicator, and finally, lots and lots of networking. So this year in the fall, we will have our own classes. This is something pretty new. We tried it for the first time in winter with constitutional class at Supreme Court of Arizona, and it worked very, very well. So this fall, we will have actually 4 different courses designed and specifically for Project Arizona. And these are, number 1, I mentioned already, the constitutional class with Supreme Court Justice Clint Bolick, one of the best advocates of justice, first of all, but also liberty and justice. Are not enemies. They like each other. They should go ahead. They should go along with each other. And Justice Bolick is the best example of how these two can work very well together. One of the co-founders of Institute for Justice and ex-vice president of Goldwater Institute. Fantastic class where you can learn more about what is U.S. Constitution all about and how it applies in today's politics, today's United States, because this is, someone might say, over 200-year-old document, but it's a document that still matters a lot, and we discuss all of this. The old texts, the old discussions that founding fathers had, but also the impact in today's United States. So this is first course. Second, with Krystal Slivinski. She's a professor at GCU, that stands for Grand Canyon University. Oh yeah, this is Krystal Slivinski, and she's fantastic. We know her because she taught this free market class at our short Project Arizona seminar, but now it's going to be a full-fledged course, 8 hours. And since she's very, very talented, I'm sure it will be wonderful. We have number 3, Professor Jonathan Barth, who is one of the most liked and one of the most prestigious, we would say, professors at Arizona State University in humanities. He is teaching American politics. He's also teaching history, of course, because what is history? History is the politics of the past. And thanks to his class, we can learn on all different important ideas that formed the United States, from the classical liberal ideas of the founding father through the progressive era, new conservatism and anything that we have right now, anything that shaped America and the important parts of the U.S. history. So Jonathan Barth from Arizona State University will run the class number 3. And finally, we have this young man, but very talented and just amazing, Victor Oleynik, who is at Arizona State University Thunderbird School of Governance, and he's also he's a civic journalist himself. He started this fantastic anti-Putin opposition project, where they are able to find out more about who is supporting it, who is working for this regime, and how to track it. It's very much 21st century, very much using modern technology, but he's most of all a journalist, and journalism can make a change. We know it's called the fourth power. So there are not just 3 powers. There's more. There's media. There's power number 4, and a modern leader for liberty needs to know how to use media to change his country, her country, to change the world towards liberty. So civic journalism class, I would say more like a workshop even. It's more like a workshop with Victor Oleynik. So that covers the educational part. For networking, that's a whole range of meetings, from personal meetings, small group of students. We plan to have 10 students at Project Arizona meeting, successful businessman, or meeting leader of a think tank, or Sweet Home Arizona, right? Or meeting influential politician who has a good credit for liberty, basically, both economic and individual. But it can be also a conference that we attend, and it can be other types of event. We are very, very busy at Project Arizona. We do everything. We do something meaningful every day, and also volunteering. We help our friends from different organizations, and Project Arizona has multiple partners. Americans for Prosperity, Coldwater Institute, and many others. It's hard to name all of them. And Arizona Talks, and we are working with them, and we are volunteering for them. And this is how we learn American life and American democracy. We also want to get involved a bit more with charity this year in the fall, because charity is an important part of free societies. We are free marketeers. We believe in individual freedom and human sovereignty, but it doesn't mean that we don't care about other people in need. We just don't believe in compulsory and violence. We believe in charity that comes from heart, and we want to demonstrate it. So being in Arizona at Project Arizona, you actually go there to learn what it means to live in a free society, and how this free society advances itself through institutions, how these institutions guard liberty. And in these 5 weeks, you will have a fantastic opportunity to be part of it. And that's for a reason, because we want you to be better connected, better working, and better organized leader for the cause of freedom in your own country. Enough of me. I want to do a round with our fantastic guests, our alumni, on how do they advance liberty in their communities. What do they do briefly, and how Project Arizona impacted this. So who wants to talk first? I think Klaus is all okay.
I can be also, yeah. Maybe Klaus.
We can do it.
So I'm third.
Okay, so Klaus, Kate, Tomek, and Estefania. Okay, Klaus, you start.
Good deal. All right. Well, something that I come to learn in Project Arizona, and that I had the chance to really practice there, was really the organization of events, and I feel that they can have really a big impact. So I very much had a great experience with event organizing, and in the upcoming days and weeks here, we'll be having our first event here in Brazil. It will be an online event, and more information is coming up very soon. But I'm very excited that I was able to practice that in Arizona, being able to be somewhere where I don't know a lot of people, but just being equipped with the tools of how to promote a good event, how to make sure that people will attend it, how can we invite people in different ways that will ensure that more people will come to the event, that will make the event enticing in some way, that people will really feel interested in it. It's also going to be an event that will add value to people's lives. So I feel like that's one of the things that I had the chance to really practice during Project Arizona, and I'm excited to put in practice here in my community where I live in Brazil.
Thank you, Klaus. I know that you will be very busy soon, and I got some recommendation emails about you, and live will be interesting, and it is already, I know, but fantastic things ahead. Who was second? I think it was Kate, right?
Oh, yeah. Hi, everyone again. I would love to speak more about like long term, how the project influences throughout the life. So I'm alumni 2 years ago, and I didn't even know how it will help me and how it will guide me through the life, even after 2 years ago. So I'm project manager at Ukrainian think tank Easy Business, and we are helping our government draft different economic reforms and shape economic reforms in Ukraine. When the war started, I was invited to go to the US, and actually Project Arizona really, to some extent, saved my life, because they helped me to safely come back to the US and just save me from all these missiles that right now are happening in Ukraine. So this really kind of life-saving opportunity. From another point of view, when I arrived to the US right now after the war started, Project Arizona really helped me to get in touch with really powerful people, very clever and smart people who helped and who are really motivated to join Ukraine's recovery. So I would say that project, you never know what will be the result of any activity, but in my case, it had a really life-changing activity. It saved my life, and currently it really helps me to save my country. Yeah.
Thank you, Katya, and we all. I don't want to say keep our fingers crossed, because that means nothing, but we really wish, and people pray that Ukraine will be free and independent. It is independent, but free and whole, as in its shape. It's in original shape. And what you do in Easy Business is extraordinary, because you actually have an influence on politics, and that is not very often said, but Ukraine in last few years was introducing a lot of free market, rule of law oriented reforms. Of course, the way is long, but I'm so proud that an alumna is changing her country, and I cannot find better example probably. So great job. Keep safe. You're in the US. I hope the war is over soon and you can safely come back. Tomek, how is it going in Poland?
I'm good. I'm doing pretty well. And like I mentioned at the beginning, one of the first fruits after Project Arizona was to make a meeting with Craig Biddle from Prometheus Foundation to host him into Warsaw in a pub called Freedom Lounge that offers drink called, for example, Gin Gold or Socialist Tears, like Craig mentioned. He really liked it. And I don't know if I can tell about this because it's a very fresh case. I found out about this maybe 2 or 3 days ago, but let's do it. I'm going to manage another project done in Poland. I'm going to introduce and refresh the courses provided by Polish American Academy of Leadership. This is Academy. We made a full circle because 5 years ago, I met Magda and Jacek Spendel on one of these courses offered by PAAL. And right now I'm going to let's say, restart the project and host it. So this is one of the other advantages of the project. It's such a huge responsibility, but I think that we can make it, and I've got a few very interesting ideas, and I can't wait to share effects of this project with you. Another thing is that probably I'm not 100% sure, but I'm trying to do it. I would like to visit you during your stay in Arizona at the end of the October, and I'm planning to do it. And I hope to see you in person, say you something about my experience about Project Arizona, and maybe even guide you. Actually, lots of good things are going to happen, and I'm not 100% sure which part of them will be made true, but I'm very optimistic about the future, and I just can't wait, like you can't wait. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Tomek. You are definitely more than welcome in Arizona. All of you are, always. Estefania, how is your life in Arizona? You're muted.
There, thank you. I don't know who did it. So everything is wonderful right now. Jacek and I, we're putting together the project, and we are going to make this wonderful for everybody that decides to apply. You know, I am Latina, and so is Klaus, and most of the world actually doesn't know how common law works and how a lot of these legal systems actually take place. And they have been able to develop a kind of with more checks and balances. So through Project Arizona, I have been working with Prof, which is one of the main partners who we introduced. And we're developing something very cool for this hemisphere to take place. This wouldn't have been possible if we wouldn't have been networking, which is the most important part of this project with education. So I recommend everybody to bring their best attitude, and itself, libertarianism, free market, individual rights, I mean, free will, and this kind of things are things that are not very embraced in most of our cultures. In some way, somehow, that's what we want to bring here. We want to bring independent individuals that want to change the world by little, which is the best way to make great changes happen. And at the end of the day, I recommend everybody to apply, regardless their age, their major. There's nothing that will be against you to learn and to meet people and to change the world and to meet people that share your same values, your same beliefs. It's such a joy to have friends all over the world, to understand so many cultures, so many backgrounds, so many histories. I mean, we don't know anything about anybody else until we meet each other. We barely, compete. And this is one of the best parts. Right now, we're going to have a family of, because that's what we become at the end of the project. We are pretty much family, and we're going to be there like forever and ever. And I really don't know if some people are able to understand how cool it is to experience this through one of the best international organizations, which is Liberty International, and this project. I am not sure if Jacek has something else to say about that, or we are more than able to keep going. And one of the most important things about the Project Arizona and of the best moments, I would say, is the people you meet. And that's definitely the most important thing that we have got here. We meet important people who are policymakers, professors, business owners, everybody. We're all working together like, I don't know, like a sphere, like a constellation, bringing people towards our goal. A lot of the values that we learn are written on paper in most of our constitutions, in most of our beliefs, if we're Christian, whatever. It really doesn't matter until we execute them. And that's what we're going to learn here. It doesn't matter even if you're not exactly a libertarian or a person who doesn't really understand how this works. This is the best opportunity to learn. This is the best chance that you will have in order to be able to know how the system works. And by this point, I think we are creating free individuals. I don't know if we have something else that is as important to say, but yeah, and guys, we have wonderful trips. That is one of the best
We
things,
do.
I think. Yeah, we have, you know how many people, the Grand Canyon is one of the best places in all over the world. And that's what we are. We become family. We go, we take a trip, we go for a breakfast, and then we just, you know, enjoy life and learn, which is probably one of the best things that we can learn.
We even learn how to shoot guns.
Yeah, that the responsible way of doing this kind of things, you know, it comes when you bear those kind of, when you use this kind of, you know, tools, they come with a great responsibility. And that's also one of the main things that we learn, the proper way of doing it. I really think that right now the educational part will be like super cool. It will be completely, you know, sustained by people who are constantly working on this area. I would say that Krystal Slivinski is probably the person that I have enjoyed the most when she gives her classes. I have met some of Clint Bolick, but not as much. And I am a very economic person. I mean, I'm very interested in how economics work. So for me, that was like a very important event. I don't know if anybody else has like a highlight on like an aha moment. I'm thinking public choice theory was probably one of the best things that I have learned, and we're not aware of that until we see it. I don't know if Jacek would like to say anything about it.
You're muted, Jacek, you're muted.
I was muted. Now I can speak. What Estefania said about the relationships that are built during Project Arizona, and the influence and the passion, this is all true, and this is really what matters the most. It's not just about liberty. It's about changing yourself. It's about opening you to the world. It's about creating networks, and all of this contributes for what we truly believe in, which is major shift towards more freedom. And but it starts and ends with an individual. It can never leave an individual. It starts and ends with him or her. So and it's also very international. So creates a fantastic network of friends forever. Hopefully, we have people who are collaborating in different countries and keeping friendships. Arizona is beautiful. That's true. Not just Grand Canyon, but Monument Valley and many other places. We also go to Southern California for Objectivist Seminar, so we can see the nearby places, and it's just hard to pack all of these opportunities that Project Arizona gives. But I just want to say very briefly how it works. You guys should apply until May 15th at www.projectarizona.us. It's not a very hard application process. Just make sure to dedicate your time and effort for these questions that we ask there, because the competition is quite big. You know, only 10 people can go to Arizona, and many dozens, maybe over 100 will apply. We keep getting many applications from all over the world, and I can't wait for it. The first stage is this form. Second stage, if you make it, it will be interview through Zoom or Skype, when we just want to learn more about you, who you are, why you want to go there, and basically what's your plan for your future. And that's not the end. In the last stage, we call it Raise Me to the Top. You will need to sell yourself. I know, sounds creepy, but selling yourself in a positive way, meaning selling who you are, you're trying to get money, investment for yourself. Think about it. You're communicating to the audience that you are worth it. You're communicating that you're worth to be invested in, and that you will make a change. That creates very important relation, and there's lots of responsibility. But don't be scared. It's good responsibility. Liberty goes together with responsibility, as Estefania mentioned, and we promote that. Don't be scared with the money as well. It's not a free project. Obviously, we are not socialists. There are no free lunches. But from your private pocket, only $1,000 out of 5,000 that we charge as a price of participation. 2,000, the people who will be accepted will get from Liberty International as a scholarship. We raise this money. It's a real money, but we raise it for you. So that's 3,000 altogether, and then the missing 2,000 you will be raising in this Raise Me to the Top campaign that I mentioned. So people are getting successful in this campaign, so you will get too, and who knows, maybe you raise more, so maybe even the contribution from your pocket can be limited. Anyways, it's not tremendous price. It's actually good deal for what you get. You get fantastic over 5 weeks in a great place, doing meaningful stuff and becoming stronger leader for freedom. It's the opportunity of the lifetime. So don't wait more and just apply. There's not that much time for applications. We already have early May. I wish this is all interesting and many people will apply, but I want to tell you also about another opportunity very briefly. My organization, Liberty International, does host this Liberty International World Conference, and every year we do it elsewhere, but this year it will be in Republic of Georgia, in Tbilisi, which is the capital. Okay, thank you, Sebastian, for the graphics. Early bird tickets are on sale. libertyintl.org/LIWC, August 11th until 15th. And who you meet there if you come there? Obviously, Project Arizona. We will have entire group of virtual Project Arizona for 2021. Those folks who couldn't go to Phoenix because of COVID, they are meeting in Tbilisi, and I'm sure there'll be even more Project Arizona folks, because we are a family, and family needs to meet, and regularly needs to meet, and there's going to be a feast for freedom in Republic of Georgia, so join us in August. And basically that is it from me. My fantastic alumni friends, do you want to add anything? Do you want to say something that needs to be said and it was not said yet?
I think we're leaving also another thing, that besides only meeting in between individuals, we actually meet organizations, and we all work kind of parallel for the same goal. And I mean, we also meet bigger things. It's not only a matter of people, but eventually we will definitely build organizations that will give you a hand if we need something. And we all do, I think this has been a wonderful experience, and I will thank you so much for everybody's attention, for all the time. And hey, we're going to see everybody that is going to come to the new project. So we cannot wait to meet you. And I have a personal comment. Recommendations letter, guys. In all of the process, it's pretty simple. But we can also, that is kind of important. That's all for me. I don't know if we have something else.
I just wanted to wish good luck. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I really just wanted to wish you all good luck to the new applicants. I wanted to also, I guess, give a little bit of an application tip. Please do make sure to express yourself the best way you can to really show who you are. and that's really important. You have the opportunity to do that through text now there at the form, and then afterwards during the interview. Be sure to be sincere and show your best self. And that's all from me. If you need any help with your application, please feel free to reach out. I'll be happy to give any tip and any information that you might need.
Yeah, I always wanted to say the same. So if you need any help from our side, we're also available on Facebook. And I remember when I was applying, I reached out to different alumni of Project Arizona from previous years. It was so helpful for me because they could answer some of my questions and also help to strengthen my points during their during the fundraising fundraising efforts. So anyway, we are really open, and if you have any questions to us, we will be more than glad.
Very happy.
Yep.
So I don't know what to say more about this exactly. If you are not certain, I can assure you, you just have to sign for this project, because like we mentioned at the very beginning, it amplifies and it accelerates your career, it accelerates your experience, your actual relationships, your resources, and so on. So it's worth spending this time, spending this money, maybe sacrificing very short period of time of your maybe work, maybe university, because the profit's gonna be 100 if not 1,000 times bigger than the small little things that you lost by going up here. So feel free to ask us for anything that you would like to know about the project, about our experience, and I'm very grateful to be here to talk with you about also my personal experience during the Project Arizona. And I think that's it.
Thank you so much, Tomek, but also Klaus, Katja, and Estefania. You did. It was a great conversation. It was a great opportunity to reconnect and to hear from you. And I'm so proud of you guys and proud of Project Arizona that it delivered so much. Actually, this is our goal, and I'm happy anytime I hear that it actually works, because it works. And it can work for you guys who watch it. Just apply, and dreams come true. It will happen. American dreams, Arizona dreams also come true. I hope to have a fantastic group of students this fall, and I want to thank not only our alumni who spoke today, but also Sebastian. Sebastian, thank you. He organized everything from the technical side, also promoted heavily on social media. Sebastian, huge thanks to you. And we wish to be in touch with you on our social media channels. Also, you can write me an email, office@projectarizona.us. It is office@projectarizona.us. And thank you very much. All the best. Good luck.
See you soon.
And goodbye.
Thank you very much. See you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.